Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercedes Michelle. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video, so I asked you guys to ask me some questions to get to know me a little better, and yeah, we're gonna get right into this video. So I have my wine and we are going to be getting into these questions. So you guys asked me questions on Instagram and YouTube, and let me tell y'all, Tashina, I hope I'm saying your name right, she had all the questions. So if you did have a question that you wanted to ask but you didn't come across the post, trust me, she had y'all covered. So I'm not going to go in any particular order. I have the questions screenshotted here and I'm just going to get right into answering them. So first question, are you single? Yes. Who's your favorite music artist? So it depends if we're talking R&B or if we're talking hip-hop. I have a lot of favorite artists, but hip-hop wise, I like J. Cole. That is my fave rapper. And as far as like R&B, I like everybody. I like Chris Brown, I like Janae Aiko, however you say her last name. I like SZA. I like a little bit of everything. Summer Walker. I've been listening to all of them. So yeah, I don't have a favorite like R&B, but hip hop wise, J. Cole. What made you start a YouTube channel? Honestly, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel since high school, but I was very shy and reserved and I didn't want to put myself out there back then, so I never just got around to starting. And then I watched Tiara Walker's YouTube channel and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like me. She's chill, she's reserved, and she popping on YouTube, so why can't I do YouTube? And plus it gave me the ability to kind of like not be put in a box. I could do a little bit of everything, DIYs, makeup, helping people. So yeah, that's pretty much why I started a YouTube, I guess, if that answers your question. Once it's clear to travel, where are you going first? So I've been thinking about taking Malaya to Myrtle Beach. I think that's what it's called. My mom went and she was like, oh, it's so much stuff to do, especially for Malaya. So I was thinking I wanted to take her there for her birthday this year, but her birthday's in March and COVID does not seem like it's letting up, so I don't know. What amount or percentage do you suggest for a down payment on a house? I really think it's just personal preference. If you can get to that 20%, get as close to that 20% as you can. But if you can't, don't stress yourself about it. There are so many different down payment assistance programs that can help you. They have the FHA loan, which you only have to put down 3.5%. And I would say do what you can. Don't overextend yourself because you still have to think about your closing costs. But you definitely want to ensure that your mortgage payments are affordable. So of course, the more you put down, that is going to bring down your mortgage payments. So find out where you want to be with your monthly mortgage payments, and that'll give you a better idea of how much money you need to save for your down payment. Okay, so next question is, do you want any more kids? I knew this was this, but absolutely not. It sounds so bad when I say it like that, but I love kids. I love being a mother. I love just having Malaya. I feel like our bond is so strong that it's kind of like, do I want to interrupt that? Honestly, I don't even think about having more kids. Like, it doesn't even cross my mind. You know, maybe if I meet Mr. Right, maybe it'll cross my mind, but where I am in life, I don't see it for myself. But at the end of the day, we all know it's God's plan. So that's that. All right, so next question. Are you still studying the criminal justice field? So I graduated from college back in 2018 with a criminal justice degree. I thought about going to get my master's, but I wanted to get my master's in psychology, not criminal justice. But school is the furthest thing on my mind. Right now, I'm trying to pay off student loans, but to answer your question, no, I'm not actually studying criminal justice. Would you like any more children? Again, no. Any advice on the cash envelope system for an inconsistent income? Believe it or not, I had a very inconsistent income for like the first 2 years of my budgeting because I did work off of commission. So with commission, you know, sales are up and down. My advice is to budget below or average. So basically take at least 3 pay periods, add them up, divide them, and get an average number, or take the lowest amount that you get paid, like the lowest amount you can get paid, and use that to budget out your cash envelopes. That's why you budget, because it helps with that inconsistency. Tips on how to avoid overspending when you're an avid shopper and find yourself consistently swiping your card even though you have stuffed cash envelopes. Now it's going to change month to month, and that is why you budget, because it helps with that inconsistency. Tips on how to avoid overspending when you're an avid shopper and find yourself consistently swiping your card even though you have stuffed cash envelopes. Let me tell you, I had this bad, and I still have it bad, but it takes a little discipline and it takes holding yourself accountable. So what I would do, I would just avoid stores altogether. If I did not need to go to a store, I wasn't going to go. But I'm very headstrong as well. So if I don't want to spend any money, I'm not going to spend any money. Like, I'm hard on myself. I'm that person who can shop and put a whole bunch of stuff in their basket, but as I'm going through shopping, I'm taking stuff out. I'm like, nope, I don't need this. I don't need this. But if I'm on a mission and I have a goal, I don't need it. So you just have to become very headstrong on this journey, because it does get tough. You're going to have people who are persuading you. They're going to want you to come out, spend some money. You just have to stand your ground. Typical things, you know, keep your debit card at home. If you're going to the store to spend your cash envelopes, take your cash envelopes. Don't take anything else. How to heal from your child's father. You guys, I feel like everybody's situation is different. Everyone's relationship is different. For me personally, I didn't need healing from my child's father necessarily. I needed healing for myself, for basically, I needed to forgive myself for the mistakes I made. for the decisions I made, for the choices I made. And it wasn't so much him, because I couldn't give him that much power, if that makes sense. Like, when I left that relationship, I left because I was done. And once I have my mind made up, there's nothing anyone can do. It is what it is. I'm over it when I'm over it. So it was more so me healing myself for, blaming myself, the stuff you do, ignoring the red flags, kind of just, you knew better type of thing. But outside of that, I took a break from relationships. Honestly, I didn't want to deal with anyone until I knew I was ready for what I needed and not so much what I wanted. Like, my taste in men changed completely, because when I was first dating and I first met my child's father, I wasn't looking at the long term, and I feel like that played a role in my decisions at that time. Being a single mom, do you have any self-care tips? No, just kidding. I'm not a big drinker or anything, but I would just say find time to have quiet time for yourself. Have peace of mind for yourself. You still have to find time for yourself, but this is something I still suffer with, like, as far as like self-care and making sure I'm good and not drowning myself in mommy duties. That is something that I'm still working on today, because I have not found that balance. I'm still finding me again. Do you want to get a pet? I go back and forth with this one, y'all. I want to, but then I don't. And I want to, and then I don't, because I'm just like, a pet is another child, and you have to make sure it's fed, bathed. You have to make sure that its environment is good. I don't really like pets in my home, but then I don't want a big pet, and I don't want too small of a pet, because then they have to be in the house. So if I was to get a pet, it would be a dog. I'm not like a big pet person, but I've had dogs growing up. So if I was to get a pet, it would be a dog. I'm not all the way sold yet. Now that you're a homeowner, how do or are you going to deal with yard work? I have a yard man, so I don't have an issue with cutting the grass. It's just that I just hired a yardman because he left his card, and I was like, look, I'll just pay you to cut this grass. Okay, are you going to date? Online date in 2021. If COVID allows me to date, I will. I'm more open to dating now than I have been the past few years, just because my focus has been on other things, but I'm open to it. Has your type of man changed since you became a single mother? Yes. Being a single mom, being a young mom, when you're not really fully aware of the qualities and characteristics that a person should have, yes, definitely a lot has changed in my thinking. I'm not going to say picky, because that's not the correct word, but I'm very selective on who I give my time to these days. I don't ignore red flags anymore. Let's put it like that. Are you going to get a P.O. box? I had one, and I kind of felt like it was a waste of money, but I do plan to get a new one, just because I don't like using my address for certain things. So I do plan to eventually get a P.O. box. I just don't know when. Are you introvert or extrovert? I am an introvert. I am very to myself. I'm not really outgoing until you probably really, really get to know me. And then even in like open spaces around a lot of people. I'm still very reserved, shy, quiet. Have you healed forgiving yourself and or your child's father? I feel like I kind of already gave you guys the details on this. I have healed. I have forgiven myself, and I have forgiven my child's father. Are you afraid to love again? No. I feel like love is very tricky, and sometimes I feel like, do you even know what love is? I don't think I've really truly been in love to be afraid to be in love. Do you have siblings? I have 5 siblings, and I am the only girl. Do you entertain at your home? I don't, because I don't have a lot of friends or family. So, I mean, I would love to, but I just don't have large gatherings because I don't know that many people to have those types of things. But we did Christmas this year at my house. Are you in any mentorship programs? No, but I wish I was. It's kind of a reason why I chose my criminal justice degree. When I first went into criminal justice, I wanted to go into like juvenile reform and counsel or mentor young juvenile. Are you afraid of being vulnerable with a man? I don't know. I don't think I am, but you just never know until you're in this situation. I don't know. Now that you are a homeowner, do the men that you date have to be homeowners too? No. I wouldn't say they have to be homeowners. I would say that yes, they would have to have something going for themselves. Will you date a man with kids? If so, is there a certain amount he can only have? I would date a man with kids. I prefer to date a man with kids since I myself have a kid. I don't know about numbers. It's kind of like, do you take care of your kids? That's the main thing. But like 10 plus kids, now I don't think I could do that. 5 plus kids, I don't think I could do that. But you just never know until you're put in a situation. But I personally don't believe I could do that. So probably he would have to have like 2 max. Will you date outside your race? So, I've never dated outside my race. Like, I've talked to people, but I've never dated outside of my race. But I don't mind. That's not something that, like, I don't discriminate. If I like you, I like you. Have you lost any friendships due to you becoming a homeowner, meaning your friend was envious or jealous of you? No. I don't have a lot of friends as it is, so the few friends that I do have were very supportive of me, very celebratory of me, congratulated me, being proud of me. So I cannot say that I know of anyone who was envious or jealous of me purchasing my first home. I know there's people out there like that. So I'm grateful for the people in my life. Do you have a lot of female friends? No, I have a good 4 friends, and I've known every single one of them since high school. And 3 of them I consider my best friends. Rob, been knowing her since 5th, 6th grade. Nisha, Alicia, been knowing them since high school. Simone, been knowing her since high school, and that's pretty much it. That I can just say are friends that I've known, that I've laughed, chilled, hung with over the years. How would your friends describe you? Crazy. crazy, goofy, the mama, out of the group. I'm very like old soul type. I think that's how they would describe me. When you are hanging out with friends, which one are you? Loud one, adventurous one, the quiet one? With the friends, all of the above. I can be the loud one, I can be the one who wants to take risks, do crazy stuff, and I can be the quiet one, literally all of them. Is your home your forever home? I do not plan on my home being my forever home. I do consider this home my starter home, and I already have this idea in my head of my forever home. How's your relationship with your child's father? We're cool. Like, our relationship is, I don't know, like, my daughter's old enough to pick up the phone and call her dad, so it's not like I have to be in communication with him. It's not like we have to communicate every day because we don't live in the same city, so it's not like I can call him and be like, hey, can you get Laya from school, or stuff like that. So we really don't communicate a lot. It's more so, yeah, we don't have no beef. We don't have really any type of relationship. We have a mutual child that we both love, and that's that. I don't really know how to describe that relationship. Does your daughter have a relationship with her father and his side of the family? Yes, my daughter loves her dad, her grandma, her auntie, her brother. She has a relationship with them. Do you drink or smoke? I'm an occasional drinker. Like, I'll drink on occasions. I do not smoke. Do you allow your daughter to have sleepovers at your home? I don't think she's old enough yet, but she definitely talks about wanting to have a sleepover, but she doesn't have a lot of older girl cousins. She's the oldest grandchild, so outside of that, friends, I don't know what age you get to sleep over, but she definitely wants a sleepover. I would definitely allow it. How financially stable does a man have to be in order for you to continue to date him? He needs to have a career, have a goal, be driven, have some type of drive to be successful. He can't just be out here winging it. Just have a plan in place, and also have the drive behind that plan to accomplish your goals. I feel like a lot of times we skip over the characteristics of people, and we're blinded by their potential. People can have potential all day, but if they don't put in the work behind that potential, it doesn't get them far. So you have to look at their characteristics and see how they grind, how they work, how they hustle. And I mean, as long as you got that, you're going to always be stable because you know how to go out and get it. Are you open to blind dates? I thought about it, but I don't think I could truly go through with it. I talk a lot. I talk a good game, but I don't think I could do it. Does your family pressure you about dating, marriage, and or more children? Dating, yes. Children, no, because they know better. Marriage, no. I think they just want me to find a man first. What do you do when you have those days that you just wish you had a man? Becoming a homeowner really made me be like, I didn't think this through. Like, just simple things like going up in the attic. It's just like, I don't think I can go up in the attic. I need a man. I built myself up. Listen, I've been single for 5 years, so I just got to a point where you get comfortable and you're at peace with a lot of stuff that is kind of, it's more so harder for me to change up what I'm used to, opposed to me just thinking about a man. Relationship wise, I'm so at peace that it's kind of hard for me to even want or go out and meet someone because of like how my life is right now. I don't have to worry about things. I don't have to worry about what you're doing, who you with, who you texting. I don't have to worry about that type of stuff, and it kind of scares me to think about having to worry about that stuff. When you first became a homeowner, were you scared of being there with just you and your daughter, people knowing there isn't a man in the house? Did you feel vulnerable, or you felt like you can easily be targeted? I didn't think about that, honestly, because I guess I have my brothers, like, I'm well protected type of thing, and like I know how to use certain things. This is Texas, so it's kind of like in my home, protecting my home type of thing. So yeah, so I didn't think about like being alone in my home. Now sometimes I be hearing stuff and I just be like, I try to be I kind of act like I'm hard and stuff. Like, what you really gonna do if you see something? Like, cause I'll get up when I hear something. I'm just like, what you gonna do? You ain't got nothing. You just getting up like you big and bad. But overall, I've lived by myself, so I guess it's kind of like whatever. I've lived in an apartment, so it is a big difference, don't get me wrong, but I've lived by myself, so I guess it just kind of get used to it. Are you open to giving your child's father another chance? No. How long has it been since your last relationship or situationship? Last relationship was with my child's father. Last situationship was 2 years ago. And yeah, that's that. Well, that is pretty much all the questions. Oh, I have some more. I'm sorry. What is your dream vacation? My dream vacation is, I used to think it was Paris. I don't know. I used to always want to go to Paris as a young girl, but that's when I was like into modeling. I wanted to be a supermodel and I wanted to go to Paris. But now I think my dream vacation would be like somewhere like Bora Bora. And the last question for real this time, when will you film the furnished house tour? It's hard decorating a house. Like, I love decorating, and I've had to really sit down and get my mind together with decorating this house because I've become frustrated. I bought stuff that I thought I liked and didn't like. I've thought about getting rid of my couch that I bought. It's hard decorating your house. I'm not even gonna lie, and I thought it was gonna be easy for me. So I can honestly tell you, I have no idea. A fully furnished house tour, it's been 6 months plus and I do not have it together. So you guys may be getting room by room by room, and when you see the furnished house tour, every room I've already showed you will probably be different. So that is what I can tell you. It's not going to be anytime soon, I can tell you that, because there's still plenty of work to do in this house. But it will be a fully furnished house tour one day on this channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video. I hope you guys got all of your questions answered. If you missed the last post on wanting to ask me anything, make sure to comment your questions down below. I plan to follow up with another Q&A video one day soon. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys.